Freeze, Jeets! This is the Jeet investigator. You're under arrest. Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News. Baby dolls, we are looking at a Bitcoin still at $96,000 over here. Everyone, of course, continuing to get a bottoming out of the sentiment. This is Bitcoin's price chart. It's a 6-hour price chart. Don't be scared if we get a blood moon attack right here, somewhere around this week, somewhere here. So you never know. We go, oh, everything's going to be fine. If that happens, I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm just telling you, like, that's why, friends, when these collapses occur, it's good if you know about them in terms of like a weird astrology signal. Because you're like, oh, it's just a blood moon, dude. Of course something was going to come up. You know, by the way, it's going to feel scary. Because like, oh man, it was the blood moon. It was the blood moon. We told you. It's kind of like, because friends, we always want to know the why. If you don't know the why, you have the fear. Yes, that's what markets hate. That's what humans hate. Humans hate not knowing why. They just don't know why. I'm going to quickly show you the others BTC chart. Slightly coming back. This is the weekly chart. Man, the sentiment is really, really, really low. What is the theme going on today, friends? You know, so we know where others BTC is not moving. We know everything that's like, you know, hanging around. We know the racist Russell 2000 still has not been able to go up, and it's all because of the business cycle. The business cycle, we had the longest period in like decades, right, where the business cycle, ISM stayed below 50. So basically, purchasing orders kept contracting, lower, you know, and it is what it is. But now it's on the rise up. Can there be a fake out? There can always be a fake out, friends. Look, there's a fake out here. There's like these little jitters back there. There's always a fake out. It's just that we've gone for 819 days. I hope there isn't a fake out. I hope it's just a resurgence of optimism. You have Donald pumping. You have Elon Musk trying to fix the government and making everything more efficient, which is pretty good because the guy's got 13 kids now. So he'd rather like fix the government than raise his kids. That's awesome for all of us. And now what I'm going to do, Pumpkin, I'm just going to show you the Bitcoin price chart. Because there is this interesting pattern that blockchain backers got. I'll go back to the Bitcoin price chart. And he's basically, he's got like this fractal coming out. And I've just pasted it here, okay? We're going to zoom in. And this is basically, it feels like we're repeating the same, you know? So he's basically got, remember, they're different time frames as well. This is a 4-hour chart of Bitcoin from its history. And if you look at it, we are, so pardon my French, we seem to be around here, okay? We seem to be around here. There's a problem though, okay? So you have very, very similar things. You have this swoop down, come back up, this ABC thing. So swoop down, come back up, this ABC thing. And now we're us here, okay? He have us right there. Now here's the problem. The problem is Bitcoin goes parabolic and it's freaking literally all over, okay? Bitcoin goes parabolic and it's all over. Now, before anyone, like, your first initial reaction is you probably like, no, we're going to go with this. You go, Sommi, I didn't wait this long to get given Donald Pump matrix dodging a planned assassination bullet. Elon Musk coming in, naming a government department Doge, literally Doge. I'm not selling out early on this cycle. And you know what? I'm going to catch you with my Pokeball once again because we're arresting Jeets, friends, in this crime season. It's crime season, baby. So yes, I get it. I'm with you, by the way. I'm with you. I don't disagree. I just want to blow your mind a bit. It's, you know how we've had, look, friends, trust me, I've traded spreads my whole life, okay? I've watched the most random, weirdest stuff happens, okay? And one thing about the spreads, okay? The reason why, if you're a day trader, don't do this, by the way, but if you're a day trader and let's say you can't make money outright, start learning spreads because spreads have better volatility. And spreads, as they blow out more, okay, or they go wider, they're safer because there's two relationships. They're tighter with each other. Now, a spread, friends, that we're looking at is a ratio. Another word for spread is a ratio. We just call it spreads. So one of the ratios is others BTC. Yeah, this is what I look at. It's kind of funny. All those years of scalping and trading and doing spreads inside out, it's amazing how I've just been able to like grab this like one piece and bring it into crypto that no one else is bringing out. And hopefully we're going to hit a big home run with it. Now, with this spread, I will tell you something, okay? You know this spread, friends, if this spread goes up, most people just think, oh, that means Bitcoin goes up 2x, altcoins go up 4. Yes, that's how they think we get there. But like, see this number? We go from 14% to 28%. So that means others, altcoins on average, will do 2 times whatever Bitcoin does. So Bitcoin, whatever, Bitcoin does does a 2. This thing, we all do a 4. I will just tell you something. When spreads are so blown out, and I believe this is a blowout in terms of like, this is like the longest depression of altcoins ever. Like if look at all the fractals for it. Look at all the fractals, man. It was meant to be like going up by now. Yeah. It's the longest period of time. So one thing that's very possible is the way the spread comes back, it's very hard to predict. Okay. It happens magically and mystically. There have been so many nights we're trading in the middle of the night and we're sitting in the spread, and the way it would come back, you'd never guess it. Like, I've seen weird stuff, friends. I've seen where one leg, so there's 2 things, right? So in one leg here, we have others, the altcoin index pretty much, and the other Bitcoin, okay? But what I've done is I've had 2 spreads, like, let's say they're blown out. One of them just literally stays in a 2-tick range or 3-tick range for like 3 hours, and then the other spread just literally has this moonshot back. I've seen that, yeah? I've also seen where one of the spreads goes down and the other spread goes up, okay? Now, that's very, very unique because they're normally like correlated with each other, yeah? So one thing to go like down 5 units and the other thing to go up 5 units. I've seen that combination. I've seen another combination where one leg goes up slowly and then this thing goes up 2 units. And then the other thing goes up 1 unit and this thing goes up 2 units, yeah? And the one thing goes, I've seen everything, friends. I've seen like pretty much, I've seen one thing, I've seen another one, actually, this is another one. So I've seen one spread, it keeps going down. This will be like Bitcoin going down. I've seen one leg go down and there's just a giant buyer sitting invisible iceberg on the other leg. So it's making the spread come back up. So one thing keeps going down, bang, 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 and this thing just goes bang, it just refreshes. And so what that would look like is as that's happening, the spread goes up. So pretty much, I've seen it all, okay? And what I've actually outlined to you, I outlined to you almost like 4 different weird stuff that can happen of the legs going up. Now, that's why if you're a spread trader, you make more money because you're looking at ratios, because there's more ways you can be right. You don't have to get a direction of one thing right, because the spread can come back if the big daddy leg goes up or down, right? Whereas if you're an outright trader, you have to bet on it going up and down, okay? So that's why these spreads are unique. That's what I'm telling you. I do, friends, it's not out of this world where Bitcoin actually, we're up here and Bitcoin actually crashes and Ethereum doesn't even move. And then Bitcoin retraces a bit and Ethereum shoots up. And then before you know it, all our altcoins are up, but Bitcoin didn't move much. Okay, so let's look at it now. So what I'm trying to do is just show you that look out for some weird stuff that we might be experiencing later on, because everyone thinks they know, oh, markets move around and like, one thing goes up 1 unit, one thing goes up 3 minutes. No, they don't necessarily do that. It is very possible that even if Bitcoin does this and does that, Ethereum's not even barely moving. Ethereum is barely moving. Like you might see a day Bitcoin down 8%, Ethereum's only down like 3%. Yeah, which you're like, whoa, I've never seen that. Yeah, but the spread's blown out. That basically it tells you, oh my gosh, we're about to turn in a big way. Okay, so many things can happen. For example, you could also see Bitcoin go up, round trip back here, but Ethereum just stays high, bull flagging Ethereum on its chart. Okay, that's why we use ratios to identify what thing is really cheap. And remember, because when we're looking at others BTC, yeah, you don't care about the US dollar price. Yeah, when you're interpreting this, okay, you just care about what your BTC value is. Yes, so pretty much, in a nutshell, I don't care up here. So let's look at it. I don't care up here if Bitcoin is 100K or $1 million or in between. I don't give a crap, and you shouldn't give a crap either. I care about where others is, and pretty much you're deflecting into that. You pretty much care where Ethereum is, because Ethereum. Remember, friends, we all get that because ETH others chart basically is pretty much just this, look at this, just this most magical mystery of freaking crypto. The whole thing is literally Ethereum. The entire crypto index is pretty much Ethereum, altcoins. So now that you have that knowledge under your wing, yeah, be careful about jeeting. Yeah, be careful about seeing a blood moon. Oh, Bitcoin's going down, and what? Because I know what people are going to do. they're going to sell a lot of their altcoins. Oh, buy back lower because Bitcoin's going lower. Okay. No, they don't. They don't have to. They don't have to. We are literally in extreme capitulation, man. We've run out. I think we've run out of a lot of the super McGD sellers. Now, what happens if we do go lower and I'm wrong? I mean, who cares? You just keep waiting. You know, you're not on like some turbo leverage anyway. Now that you have that very, very, very high value content, you understand why it's important to basically just keep your wits about you and just stay strong. Because, you know, market's going to do some wild stuff. And look, I don't call for these offers, friends, but because we've had an extreme amount of damage on the downside, we're going to get the good upside. But the way we get it, you don't know what it is, right? It could be, oh, Bitcoin goes to 400K and then we go up 30X. You don't have to get that, yeah? There is a world, friends, where literally Bitcoin's poop for the rest of the year. There is that still world where Bitcoin is only like, you know, 150K or something, or, yeah, there is that world. I'm serious. There really is that world. I know that it doesn't look like it, where Ethereum just does this massive catch up by itself. But we're ready for no matter what scenario happens. And if just in a nutshell, that's why you watch others BT. That's why you watch others BTC. You want to know the level of risk taking relative to the index, which is Bitcoin. Now, overall, what's been happening, friends? The crypto market is still figuring out whether Soylana Casino losers have finally accepted that the LA Vape Cabal have been rigging JPEG coins against them for the past 12 months. So that's what they're trying to do. The people are still trying to figure out, you know, we are all thinking, like, that's what we're thinking. We're looking at the casino, the casino dwellers in JPEG land Solana, and we're just wondering, have you finally accepted that these LA Vape Cabal losers have actually been rinsing you of millions of dollars and they're laughing all the way to the bank and you're an actual loser? And none of them are going to jail, by the way. None of them are going to jail. You joined the casino because you're just trying to scam everybody else under you. Okay, it's one big ball of mess. This is the Bitcoin dominance, friends. I still believe this is an extremely overvalued zone for Bitcoin. I know we're expecting it, but look, we got the worst Bitcoin halving year ever, by the way. This is literally the worst one because we had Bitcoin dominance go up. Before, we had it go down. But look, this is just like, don't be fooled, okay? Don't be fooled. Because in the last one, this is interesting, yeah. In the last cycle, Bitcoin was weak in the Bitcoin halving year, okay? We had DeFi season. Bitcoin was weak. And Bitcoin still got cursed, okay? But it ruined the altcoins more. So don't forget that. So listen, altcoins were strong in Bitcoin halving year 2020. Yes, and then we got the worst bull market ever. We had double bubble Bitcoin season in 2021. Not altcoins. Altcoins were garbage, filthy. JPEGs, it was the hardest thing ever, worst thing ever, lowest tokens given to the community. We've gone through that thousands of times. I wonder now if the opposite happens, where, see, Bitcoin dominance was strong. It traps everybody thinking that they're going to get a very, very amazing Bitcoin return this year, but actually we had a double bubble alt season. I wonder if this we're doing the inverse of it, because that would actually, like, the trap is laid. You know, everybody wants a Jeet early. Everyone, all the comments saying, people just saying, you know what, I'm going to be Bitcoin maxi. Everyone's following all these grifter influencers that they haven't opened their eyes. I don't like saying this, but it's the truth. The most grifting done in crypto comes from the Bitcoin camp. It's the most dollars. It is literally the most money, the most dollars, yeah. Leverage trading. They all say, oh, I wash my hands of all the altcoin sins. No, dude. Altcoins have a higher win rate, way higher win rate for the average person compared to Bitcoin leverage trading that you all shill. But they all say, oh, because they're hiding under the Bitcoin name brands. It's like you are committing crime in a church. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what? Oh, it's fine because it's part of the church. No. Crime is crime. You're still stealing. You know what I mean? If you'd like to know as well, when are people finally going to wake up? Well, ETH BTC being this low it's not helping, but we need this to go up. Once it starts moving up, people start to open their eyes. They go, oh crap, it's kind of better for me to play this slower medium-term cycle momentum play instead of just being a JPEG dweller. Yes, and that's what we've all been waiting for. So yeah, friends, this was obviously you've seen this guy on the left, one of the LA Vape Cabal, Hayden. He's taken a hit. Obviously, this is SBF, which is on the face of Malay Javier. Freeze, Jeets. Bull market is still on. Oh, man, that's funny. Shout out to Andre. So, when it comes to this guy, friends, look, I know this is going to be controversial, but he barely did anything wrong, dude. He barely... Oh. Okay, you guys got rorted at the casino. You knew it was a casino. You knew it was a casino. You're just trying to cheat in the next 30 seconds on the next casino person. They knew what they were doing. They all knew what they were doing. There's the insiders, there's ruggers, all these other things out here. They're digital collectibles. You enter the world of digital collections. That's what happens, dude. Like, friends, if you go to a street, let's go to your Shanghai, and someone tries to sell you this little Dragon Ball Z thing, and they said, hey, it's limited edition. It's worth $1,500. If you buy it, and then you go home and you're like, man, it was just like a little Temu Dragon Ball Z thing. It's actually worth 48 cents. I paid $1,500. What are people going to say to you? You're going, oh, you got rigged and scammed. They'll say that, but the merchant, what are you going to do? You going to go chase them? No. They should have said, dude, why were you spending $1,500 in the streets of Shanghai on a little physical collectible? Why were you doing that? Okay, that you have to accept some personal responsibility. Now, here's the thing. All of us, we do accept personal responsibility. All of us do, okay? All of us here. The LA Vape Cabal and all the Dwellers fans, I know this is controversial as well, but it's actually the truth. A lot of their audience are scum like them. Yes, you know it's true. It's projection, okay? Scum attracts scum. So, scum and the LA Vape Cabal attract other scum. It's just that the scum, they're like rat kings, you know? They're in the sewer, but you know, they've got their gold, the gold chain, and they're sitting on the altar. They've got a big belly gut. Yeah, they're literally rat kings, friends. They're sewer kings. King of the sewer. They're hanging around other rats. Why don't you go clean yourself, dye your hair, and go hang out at another cleaner city? Why don't you do that? It's because they are friends. Because they're all hunting and they respect that. You know, even if you go and check a lot of the comments of people who support them, you're like, oh, you're all trash just like them. You're literally just trash. It's just that you're a lower rank trash, hoping one day you become king of the sewer too. And just to let you know as well, friends, look, I've got it here. The crypto market is in cope mode as they realize the LIBRA guy didn't do anything more illegal than the Trump token, thus accepting that they are simply getting rinsed at an online casino. Yeah, it's true. It actually is true. So, like, I've even got it here. Show me the difference between these two, friends. Show me what's the difference? What's the difference? Oh, one of them's name's Trump, official, with the word official on it. What's the difference? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Here, both are digital collectibles. There you go. Meme coins. They call them digital collectibles. Both had a shitload of insiders. Both had this enormous pump and dump. Both drew in thousands of people to buy the top and get wrecked. There you go. So the Soylana Casino dwellers, they're just upset that their LA Vape Cabal heroes have been pissing down their throats for the past 12 months. Even though we've been telling them, dude, they've literally been bubbling you. You've literally got your mouth open. They are wee-weeing down your throat. Do you have a problem with that? You know, and that's why, friends, a lot of us, okay, we put on our mog glasses and we say, you know what? You're getting mogged, but you're actively choosing to get mogged because you're a cuck. For some reason, friends, when you speak to them, everyone in this casino trading, this little just trash city, when you speak to them, their attitude is they say, you know what? If I was a rat king, I'd be pissing in people's mouths too. That's what they say. They talk like that. And they go, okay, well, you deserve your pain then. You literally deserve your pain. So, okay, carry on then. You know, and like, by the way, this is not, whatever I'm talking about is not an exaggeration. And as I've tried to warn BitBoy, I've tried to warn Ben. I go, listen here, bro. Ben is trying to obviously rescue his career. He's down 30 million, lost his wife, lost his girlfriend, mistress, the kids and stuff, can't see him. I think, like, all these other problems, lawsuits out here. I'm just telling Ben, oh my gosh, it just dropped again. Okay. If you do your interview with LA Vape Cabal thread guy, you are literally buying the top, potentially, of the Sol ETH ratio. You're going to be one of the last people. I'm trying to help him, dude. We're trying to help you, Ben. You'll be one of the last people remember because they're going to do some sort of exit grift again. Okay? Because guess what? They lost. See, this is how they work, friends. They lost money on LIBRA, but they made money on the others. Yeah, a lot of them round tripped on LIBRA because LIBRA had too many insiders. The rugging was too aggressive. There's not enough new people coming in. So guess what? Now that they've taken a loss, They're not thinking about that they've been rewarding you. Now they all got like, you know, at least, friends, some of them made like 15 million. One guy made 35 million. All these, the Jupiter Exchange, Meteor Exchange, one guy clipped in. And by the way, it's the same insiders for Trump, Melania, Jelly. It's the same thing. All these other big ones out here. Yeah, and it's funny. They're like, oh, I'm down $300,000, even though they're up 4.5 million. So that's like, they're so greedy. They're like, oh, let's go for another spin. Let's do it. Because they remember the good times of the dopamine. The Sol ETH ratio is coming down. Okay, is coming down here. And guess what? Everyone's still complacent. That's the funny part. Remember, friends, I got my video here. I made most unpopular trade. Sell Soylana and buy ETH. Yeah, it's really after the Trump thing. And I've got to clarify, just so you know, friends. When you hear people call Soylana a meme chain, when people say meme coin season, they are, unfortunately, it is mislabeling the situation. Soylana's not a meme coin chain, and we did not have meme coin season of much such. We had JPEG chain, we had JPEG season, yeah? We got to characterize the difference, yeah? Because yeah, if you want to call your JPEG that you intend to rug in 2 hours, if you want to call that a meme, okay, then every stripper's going to be my girlfriend. Next time I go, hey, I had a look at you, okay? So you got to separate these two. A meme is obviously you probably lasted 6 months. There's still a community. There's a narrative. You're still building people that come in the network. Totally different to what we're seeing here. This was just all pump and dump trash. It was funny, kind of funny, not sad, but they would start off with the JPEG. They'd say they're going to become a meme and they wouldn't. They just rug you. So pretty much it's just JPEG coins, you know? So that's another way to categorize it. In some other news as well, $725 billion asset manager Bernstein says the US government should rotate some gold to buying Bitcoin. So, you know, even though that's why I see blockchain backers chart going up and then this down part, I see that, but then I see news like that, man, I just don't think it ends early. Now, why this thing is concerning, friends, it's because we go up and then we come back down a round trip. So I'm thinking, you know what, even if he's right about the chart, what if Bitcoin comes back, Ethereum here is still very, very high? What if Bitcoin comes back here, Ethereum is like, instead of Ethereum's 2,600 now, what if Ethereum is 4,500 on this crash here? What if that happens? What if Bitcoin goes up here, just like this part? What if Ethereum gets a 6K? What if Bitcoin crashes back down here and then Ethereum is still, you know, back to the same level as now? Yeah, to complete that. What if Ethereum is like 4,500? You know, that could easily happen. But obviously no one believes in it because, friends, it's all the Sol ETH ratio. That's why. LA Vape Cabal, you want to know, friends, it's all the price. Trust me, everything's in the price. So the price reflects your confidence, okay? The price reflects your confidence by the average market participant. When I showed you the Sol ETH ratio, it had gone up for like 12 months, so 4 months. But even though people are getting weed in the mouth down their throats from the LA Vape Cabal and they're accepting it, and all these other like other weirdo kids over there, the generation Jeet brain rot kids, the TikTok generation, even though they're there, the price being high is a vote of confidence by them still. Yeah, but we're actively watching it. We're like, dude, Donald Trump is meant to make you feel more confident now, but you're actually downtrending your confidence from Donald Trump. But they're still in complacency mode. Because why? Because, see, they're all in now. Because what happened is they sold a coin down 80% on PulseChain, for example. They sold Pika down 80%. They sold pDAI down 70%. They sold HEX down 80%. They sold these things down, okay? Now they've went and bought an Ansoy coin, an LA Vape Cabal coin. They've went and bought that, saying, oh, Soylana's the future. Everything's going to be great on this JPEG world. Now, unfortunately, that's down 70%. And now they've double lost. They've realized the loss in this. So they can't get back in now. You know, now they have to pray that this thing gets okay. That's why everyone's complacent. That's what they call, friends, these are fake trenches, okay? Our trenches, my trenches with you, we're the real trenches, okay? Their trenches, it's not, okay? They've got the shovel, they've dug up a hole, there's a lot of dudes, pink Speedos, mud wrestling contest, a lot of homoerotic weird stuff is going on. It ain't a trench, friends. It's pretty much an orgy. It's a JPEG orgy, and they're just getting wee-weed on from these LA Vape Cabal people. And you know what? It seems like they like it. And we don't want any of that on our chains that we participate. And if you're on a chain with people around that, I'm just saying, watch out, because these are the ultimate grifters. They're coming as your top signal, because you don't want that, friends. Because I know you think, oh, more people are coming in. It's great. No, it's not. No, it's not. You don't want to attract trash. These people are locusts. They are exit liquidity, final signal stuff. Now, what's the type of people that you do want? Ethereum people, Bitcoin people, true believers. That's what you want. In some other sexy, aggressive news, Elon Musk, friends, is going to audit the corrupt SEC for fraud, abuse, and waste. So this is further adding good news and positive momentum for PulseChain. Remember Richard Hart and the corrupt SEC going after him, friends? All this stuff, it all matters, okay? So look, nobody in this world is totally neutral. I'm sure these things are getting out. And guess what? You're going to get audited too, yeah? Before you go and make any judgments on their side, audited. That's why, friends, a lot of these people who defended the corrupt SEC, like, you know, like Eric and stuff out here, they were defending him the whole time. I believe they will be heavily embarrassed. Heavily embarrassed. Because they're the perfect pawn. You know, friends, if I was a government in power, like a dictator with that ultimate power, those types of people who support me, man, they're the ultimate cuck. You are the perfect manipulatable chess piece on the board. Perfect. Okay? You get no money. You get no respect. You're a cuck. You do what you're told. And then every lie I write, you just go permeate it out to society. And then you basically, anybody who questions me, you fight for me. I don't even have to pay you properly. I don't do anything for you. It's like, friends, it's literally, it's free money for them. It's free power when you have these sheep cucks, you know? But I think the sheep cucks are going to get embarrassed a bit and the prices are basically pretty much going to go in our favor. In other news as well, friends, shout out to all my Russian friends out there. Visa and MasterCard payment may soon return to Russia. So whenever you hear these things, they don't give you like a good bullish news of the day per se, but it's more to show you this whole issue of payments and finance is just like flooding the world now, you know, because we're all more globalized. Everybody's linked, online merchants, and guess what? Crypto is the best freaking merchant service in the world. I don't know why you would use anything else. So that's why in the future, everyone's going to have their own wallets. You know, we do have our own wallets, but not for actual like speculating like we do. Actual wallets to pay stuff out here. That's the future and where it's going. We're still in crypto. It's still growing. Plenty more good things to come. Elon Musk has called to audit the gold at Fort Knox. I call it Knox. There's always been a rumor that a lot of the gold is missing. That's the worst part with gold, fans. Just to let you know. That's why, like Bernstein said, "Hey, government, rotate some gold into Bitcoin, dude." Yeah, because you can't verify anything. I don't know if you guys know. There's a lot of fake Chinese gold. There's a lot of Chinese gold scam around the world. Yeah, it's aggressive out here. They put tungsten or something in. I forgot what they put in there. I forgot that. Yeah, but they basically do the outer layer coal. They're basically scalping all the gold part and then melting that and then redoing that. That's what they do, and they somehow sneak it around. So, but you can't verify it. You need literally Uncle Peter Schiff to come in with his magnifying glass, right? Okay, he's got to spend like, hey, is this gold? And it's like 1 bar per day they can analyze and or whatever. They got to check it, verify it. It's a nightmare. Whereas crypto, it's on the network. There you go. There you go. So that's a big advantage of gold, and also it makes you think about other governments and countries thinking about it. Another simple thing to think about, friends, is remember the government they're printing 7% of money per year. Yeah, they're printing 7%. The government bond is giving you about 4. So they're stealing 3 every year. You know, they're literally not inflating. They're stealing 3. They print 7 on the money supply. They give 4% in the government bond. So 3 is actually getting stolen, which means everybody in the world should have at least 3% of the portfolio in Bitcoin. Undeniable. Now, if you want to be cute with it, you go, oh, put like some in gold, some in Bitcoin, whatever. Do it. But that's what you should have your currency hedge. That's what you should have. And that is a very, very simple mathematical equation. Everybody should stick by that. It's very, very simple. Now, of course, you're like, Sommi, I don't have 3%. You know, a lot of you are like, hey, I'm like balls deep in. Yeah, welcome to the club. We're all balls deep in. I'm just telling you for like, you know, there's mums and dads out there. There's a nurse, there's a mechanic. He has no idea what's going on. Just to let you know. So you share with your friends and family. The government prints 7, but they only give you 4. You're like, oh, what's happening to the other 3? Exactly. What is happening to the other 3? They'll never tell you. So you can sit there protesting and getting absolutely nowhere, or you can protest with your wallet. That's how you vote, right? You vote and you protest with your wallet. You take the currency units outside of the bank, yes, and you go, oh, I'm going to put this in Bitcoin. You can't steal my purchasing power in Bitcoin. You can't. So, friends, everybody's going to be in crypto. It's an IQ test. Yeah, it's an IQ test. People who figure it out early, we're already in. People are eventually going to figure it out later, and by then it's too late. Now, the PulseChain Core coins are green today. This is very, very nice to see. But remember, we had that like that shocking day before. We're down like 20%, just getting destroyed out here. So it's beautiful to see. We're making some friendship gains out here. You know, the PulseX buy and burn, friends, it's around 6.40%. That's pretty good. The buy and burn is going great. I love to see that. But yeah, ultimately, I mean, like, there's no friendship until, like, this. Look at this weekly chart, man. We've literally gone nowhere for, yeah, friends, we're 50% below, 55% below sack price. Yeah, it's almost been 4 years. So the 4-year mark will actually be here. Okay, the 4-year mark, this is actually 4 years. Now, some people get upset that I measure from the sack price, and I'll just tell you to shut the truck up, okay? You measure your return from the day you give your money away, yes? Otherwise, I can take $1 million from you, launch a product in 20 years while I invest it to the S&P 500. Now I've got 7% per year. You add that, and now I have 1 million. I give you 4. I'll have 4 million, and then in 20 years, I launch the token and I give you a 30% return in that day. So I launch it in the year 2045, and I'm like, hey, you got a 30% return. You gave me $1 million. Here's your 1.3 million. No, but I invested it, and you basically lost all your purchasing power by that time. You see what I mean? So if you measure from like when a thing launches, you're a cuck. You are asking to get abused, and you're basically asking for that, okay? Now, of course, you're not getting abused here. Well, actually, you kind of are. Mentally abused. But that's how you measure money from the day you get in, friends. It's opportunity cost. I get it? Because every day outside of the risk-free rate is a day of purchasing power that you lose. That's why it really is the 4-year mark. 4-year mark. So what can you do that? It's outside of your control. Really, we're just waiting for that wedge to hopefully get broken. The Judge Auntie Carroll case as well is, you know, it's overdue. But I heard from Toby and his sexy mustache. Apparently, I know, there's just going to be another 2 more weeks. Apparently, the real date is end of March. Okay. Some also say Mark. That's another way to say March. Otherwise, you get put on some mysterious list. And I think that list is more, I don't know what it is really, but it could be just like other investigators check out. Hey, why are you delaying the case? Is there like, are you being tipped off by someone to delay the case? You know what I mean? Like, is the SEC trying to delay things for you to make it more painful? And basically, judges don't want to be known for that delaying thing. I think. I'm not a legal dude. Mr. Nuclear Herbs can help out. Shout out to Mr. Nuclear Herbs and Toby. But yeah, so ultimately, this is a nice chart though, isn't it? This is it is a log chart though, so it's got some cope in it. This is the chart for PulseX, friends, still making its way up higher. This is the pHEX price chart. I'm just going to show you the pHEX, the Pulse price chart. Now, this ratio, no, it's here. The way I see it, there's 2 things that can happen, friends. Either Richard keeps rotating secretly out of the PulseChain bid and he pumps the crap out of it. That's one thing. And how you can kind of figure that. I mean, like, friends, we had this giant move up. Not a single new person joined HEX. We were all watching. We're like, hey, why is this thing even moving up? So that's why, friends. Look, we get it. Richard's he's trying to help the chain. He's like, no expectations. I'm trying some stuff, you know. Let's just pump HEX. Let's see what happens. Do people get it and flush it? Okay, let's just do this. Then later on, he releases pump tires. So he's obviously trying new stuff. Just let him do what he's going to do. But I guess if natural market forces play out, as Ethereum rises, remember, because this is BTC over ETH. Yeah, so this is inverse ETH BTC. As Ethereum rises, maybe Pulse gains strength and this comes back down. And it reverts back here. It'll be interesting to watch. At this point, though, everyone's USD price is so crushed. I know no one gives one damn about these ratios. To make things worse as well, Ink flipped green on the weekly super trend but couldn't close it. And then it just went back down here. Well, it's going to be a while. In some slightly nice news, we have Erection HEX moving up, friends. Now, Erection HEX is showing you why these ratios are important. Look at this. Erection HEX is here. Very interesting. Doing this little walk-up thing. I don't know how all the ratios are going to go. To me, though, the ratios, look, they might just, a lot of people just do the same problems in them as outrights. They buy the tops and they sell the bottoms in that. So it's pretty much, it's better. I think average person, everyone, just don't even look at them. Just at this point, don't even look at them. Everything's too cheap. You know, everything's too cheap. Just get everything equally and Bob's your uncle. This is the pDAI price chart. It is around just a bit under a cent here. I don't know what happens next, friends. No one knows what happens. Here's Pika as well. A lot of these coins will be given more time attention. Everything just needs time, just like rinse and rinse and rinse. Like, because what happens is during these periods of times, when the base speed, like Ethereum, is not moving up, so you got to imagine, let's say there's 100 coins, yeah, 100 coins are all dead. Yeah, they're all dead now. They're not moving, yeah. Because Ethereum's not moving up, so they're all dead. So if 1 or 2 coins go up, people sell it. Okay, because it's up. Like if one coin goes up 500%, people sell it. Because as you can see, because the wider market's not up, they don't hold. And then what they do is they sell that, they go try to gamble on something else. They use you as exit liquidity. So that's why during these times, you just have to let the market rinse itself out. We can't do anything. Even though you want to force one coin up, I know we want to force and jam everything up, you can't. You got to be a special unicorn. You know what I mean? And if special unicorns, by the way, like eventually your time runs out. Like you could be witnessing the end of a special unicorn right now, Soylana in this cycle, but everyone's complacent. You know what I mean? And I know what they're going to be saying, friends. They're going to say, hey, we're not going to get out here because Sommi, you were bearish on it here. That's what they're going to be saying. I know they're going to be saying that. Okay? They are going to be saying that. That's a trap you can't fall into, but don't worry about that for now. Where are we going from here? This is the February monthly candle for Bitcoin. It's a red one. I'm still hoping we can finish green. Bitcoin got to be above 102K. So we'll see about that. This is total crypto. I still think we're going to 10 trillion. All right. The highest fib. I hope we're going to 10 trillion. If we stop here, man, the whole game's rigged. The whole game's rigged. They printed so much money, man. They printed so much money. There's no way we could. How could we stop here? Makes no sense. If you're drawing a little squiggly lines predicting we're only going to get one wave this year, okay, they're always going to be bearish. But I don't know. Double bubble alt season. Let's go. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.